소세지.
And we are back with another 17 reaction. Today we are reacting to 17's Home Run.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
This was one of the most requested songs
yes.
that we found in the comment section, at least, from the previous video.
Yeah.
Of course, eventually we're going to get to all of 17's music, but we thought it's an interesting title. It says Home Run, but with a semicolon, but it feels like this is from their album that is named semicolon. The point of using semicolon is to emphasize the fact that, you know, today's youth, as it says in the description, is sort of like always on the run and busy and not really having time to rest and look back. This was, kind of created like an encouragement. And I think this being the title track, that is why they used semicolon in between home and run, I guess, which could also work separately to convey different meanings. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. But before we start, of course, as usual, we are reacting to Game Caterers, and we are planning to react to a lot more 17 contents over at our Patreon page, so check that out if you're interested. Become part of our community. Otherwise, let's get this party started and talk about the music, the lyrics, Korean translation, all that. 3, 2, 1, click. Intro? Oh, nice.
Dang.
What's going on?
It's gonna jump. Oh! Okay, the first beat reminds me of JYP.
Oh, I see what you mean.
The singer. Okay.
Ooh, harmony.
Ooh, harmony. Yeah, the guitar.
Ooh, the bass.
Oh, the bass. Oh, this is a part. Right, we heard this. Shit. I think it was one of our favorites.
Yo!
Yeah, this is so my type.
Oh, this is the bomb.
Ooh, rhythm. They looking good. Shit. Yo, somebody give me some whiskey, bro. Oh, the swing.
Oh my gosh. We got a very subtle use of.
Whoa! Wait, is this
kind of like Tuseoksoon energy?
Yeah, is it like a 태평소 type of thing at the back?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa! What? Oh!
Yo, this is so good. And that ascending key, that's so cool.
I'm still missing the beats.
Yo. Wow.
Oh, let's go. Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. By far, this is my favorite.
Wow, I just
So
didn't-
my type.
It's so different from the things that we've been hearing.
Exactly,
Wow.
right? First of all, it definitely reminded me of the JYP, the singer, and Buseoksun. Yeah, definitely. It got very jazzy swing genre. I love the swing on the beat and the quirky kind of feeling in the music video just makes everything so good. It's so catchy too, you know?
Yeah.
But like not only that, like they merged 808 and with some like modern rhythm samples, just keeping the music interesting and feeling like that neutral, I guess. That was so cool. Yeah.
There were also some really cool parts in the middle. Did you say Taepyeongso?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
During the dance break.
Yeah, and before that, during the bridge, one of the brass instruments or the sounds that they used, it was placed in such an awkward place that I thought that something's happening next door or outside. It was weird, and I had to pay extra attention to it. They sort of like gave weirdness a resolution by introducing a more obvious. There were a lot of layers of instruments, not just like one shots or simple like sound effects, but actual instruments with lines. And a lot of them you can easily just miss if you don't pay attention. And the mixing obviously was amazing, so like it didn't feel like audio-wise colliding or feeling out of place. So yeah, it was perfect. It was great.
I love that they had this like dynamic of jazz in the verse part, you know, runny type of feeling, and then in the pre-chorus part they went fully into jazz, so going into a different place and in the mood. Chorus part they just started like running, and the bridge part they went completely down, like really quiet, while the members singing some of the high notes but beautifully, and then the dance break comes on, and yeah, especially finale and yeah, everything. Really love that. There's one interesting thing that I really liked, that part. There's this like walking chord going up.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's matching with that lyrics, like da kind of thing.
So good.
And it included that electric guitar, which makes it so much more dirty and fun. Freaking loved it, like that going up part. Like that's my favorite.
Yeah. Now that you mention it like that, there's also a very interesting mix that is very different from the previous songs that we checked out, where we talked about, you know, if you remember, we said, oh, like clean tone versus there's distortion. This is a little different, right? It's not just about something being distorted versus clean. It's not as obvious, but there is a mix of different types of, again, instruments that convey that idea of, oh, something's very clean or very fluty almost, versus it's got that overdrive. It's not exactly distortion, but it is dirty a little bit. It's that mix too. So there's different genres, and oh my god, that pre-chorus you mentioned, that abrupt shift in tone, it's so good. Yeah, I loved everything about it.
I was like, the title Home Run, like I don't actually remember. Then pre-chorus part when it hit, I was like, oh shit, I remember this, you know? Yeah, really loved it.
There were a lot of surprises in the top line as well, with the sudden jumping in the notes, if you remember. I think it was talking some of the lines, I was like, whoa, they go high here, and then they go come right back down,
That's
and then
17.
boom, jump again. And the rhythm as well, I thought some of the rhythm, like you mentioned it in the beginning with the swing, but it just, everything was so unexpected, almost chaotic, but they contained it so
exactly.
well.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
I agree. And on top of it, there were a lot of swings in the rhythm of the top lines too, if you think about it. And they managed to do it so well, which is something like, it's very, you need to have a good talent in music in order to do that really well. But I think they did it incredibly, since they were used to do a lot of crazy funky top lines, and I guess this is easy for them maybe. You know, like that 장인 type of thing, when it looks like it's easy, they are the masters, you know. Like that kind of vocals that's what they got from 17.
They make it look easy too. It's crazy. All right, so I only have a couple things about the lyrics this time. I won't even get into the message of things because it's fairly clear, and as I'm talking about the translation, the message will obviously reveal itself. But three things. Exactly three things. One in the pre-chorus, one in verse 2, and one in the bridge. As usual, not exactly like a crazy error, but just to add spice to your experience with this music. First thing, it says 평소처럼만 하면 돼. 뭐가 그리 걱정돼. And the CC says just be yourself. What are you so worried about? Which is great. But just to add literal translation to the batch for the fun of it, it means you just gotta do as you always have or as usual.
As usual, yes.
Then you move into verse 2 and we got 삶은 숨막히게 쫓아 도망치느라 모두 바빠 술래잡기 왜 해요. It says when life chases after you, you're busy running away. Why the game of hide and seek? Now, what it really conveys is that life chases after you always. Everyone is busy just running away from it. And the next part is actually a legitimate error. It's not hide and seek, but the game of tag. So why play tag? Which actually makes more sense because life is chasing after you. And the last thing from the bridge, it says 우리는 화면에 겁이 없지. We do what we say with no fear. And it's a great translation. But again, to further explain the nuance, it's more in line with the energy of acting without hesitation than keeping a promise. So when it says that we do what we say, it's less about saying and then proving their words by doing, but the idea of being courageous enough to just do whatever it is that they decide to do. So the emphasis is again on the acting itself. And this one is important because it is in line with the rest of the message. 직진 mode, I guess.
Yeah, I just have one thing. I was just reading the Korean lyrics. 다라다라다 part. In Korean, it says like 모두 따라다라다 written in Korean. So I think it has a meaning into it. Feels like 모두 따라.
Follow me, like
follow me, like 모두. Just follow me.
Yeah.
Adding a little bit of things after. Come on, everybody. Yeah. Come on, like follow me. You can do it. Like that kind of vibe. Because since it said everything in Korean.
True.
It's not like
totally
with DA,
possible, yeah.
DA, but it says tara, tara, that. So I was like, maybe.
And usually there's no reason why they would just change the first part to tara, right?
Right.
So I think it has to be sort of intentional. It's not like the main meat of the dish, but it is definitely subtly there to make things more fun. So I think you're right.
Yeah. Because in the beginning it says like, don't give up. And then there's like, na with like N-A.
Absolutely. So that was 17's Home Run. Very fun song. A lot more to discuss than we thought. So we may have forgotten to talk about certain things, and it definitely would require us to listen to it a couple more times to get this. But for now, we really enjoyed it. We hope our explanation and our talks were informative and maybe added a new perspective to the music. If you do have any questions about what we said, please comment down below. Otherwise, please let us know what you thought about this music when you first heard it. And as usual, where should we go after this track? All that, comment down below. And again, if you're curious, check out our Patreon page. We got tons of fun stuff there. We'll see you in the next one, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Lanvu.
Samsam Lansan.
John Gregory.
Malia.
PH99.
Tima.
Plum.
Tracy Phillips.
Sophia.
Kelly May.
Emily. Zamora.
Atil Mubarak.
Alison Erland.
Brittany Reeves.
Irene K.
Laura Clemens.
Jessica Tesla.
Nada.
Hera.
Melissa Hopla.